I've got the story When Sophie Gets Angry, Really, Really Angry by Molly Bang. And this book actually won a Caldecott Honor and what is this, a Charlotte Zolotow Award. Themes developed in this book are the intensity of big emotions, self-regulation, coping, the healing power of nature, unconditional family acceptance. So I'm going to show you exactly what questions to ask when you read this book with your kids so that you're getting the most out of reading comprehension and getting to these excellent themes. All right, a couple pages into the story. First question, analyze point of view. How do characters see the same event differently? I always love point of view questions because I think it is so valuable to be able to look at a situation and be like, these people see it in completely different ways. So person number one, how does Sophie see the situation? She was playing with the gorilla. Her little sister came and took it. Her mom said, Sophie, your turn is over, give it to your little sister. The little sister keeps pulling, Sophie falls over the truck. So Sophie, nothing has gone right for Sophie in this situation. She doesn't get to play with her gorilla. Her mom told her she doesn't get to play with the gorilla. It's her sister's turn, and her sister pulled her over her truck and she fell. So nothing is going right in Sophie's world right now. Now, how does her sister see this? Her sister sees this as, it's my turn. Mom said it's my turn, and I'm gonna hold on to this gorilla because it's my turn and I'm going to get what I am entitled to. So, little empathy lesson here to recognize that how people can see things very differently, and obviously that impacts how we feel about it. Next question, key details. What happens because Sophie's sister grabbed the gorilla for her turn? Okay, the big thing here probably is that Sophie fell over the truck. She might have hurt herself a little bit. She might have been embarrassed, but she didn't just lose her gorilla. She lost big because she was pulled over the truck, she fell over, and things kind of ended poorly. So multiple things are going wrong in Sophie's world now. And all of that is stacking up. And she's little, so it doesn't take much for things to stack up and start to feel overwhelming. But this is helping us recognize like all of the little things that stacked up that have pushed her to this. It's not just one thing, it was like a few little things that kind of pushed her over the edge. Next question, analyze point of view. How do Sophie's actions show what she is thinking and feeling? So it says she kicks and she screams, she wants to smash the world to smithereens. So her actions, her kicking, it doesn't say she kicked anything. It looks like she's kicking into the air. So kicking into the air is fine. You can't kick things, but kicking into the air, okay, when you're angry. Screaming, it doesn't say she screamed at anyone. It says she just screamed, so it seems like she's just letting go emotions that she can no longer control. But that gets to the heart of the questions. Her actions show that she is letting go of emotions that she can no longer control, and yeah, she's kind of bubbling over, which is going to be illustrated on the next page, where she roars like fire. Okay, and on this page where she's about to explode like a volcano. Integrate visual information. How do the pictures and words work together to help us understand what is happening? So it says, Sophie is a volcano ready to explode. So I think this illustration and this connection is important to understand and respect and not devalue the power of emotions that little kids can feel. It doesn't matter that it was just a gorilla. It doesn't matter that she just tripped, which to an adult, those seem like small problems. To her, they are catastrophic. And like, we can't belittle that for her. She's a little girl. And she's compared to a volcano. So, you know, she might be a really little kid, but the rage she has from what is happening is very real, and the emotions are very real, and you can't pretend like the emotions are invalid or not real or bad, right? So here we're just like really validating, stating the truth about these emotions. Like, this, Sophie is angry. She's really, really angry. And we're kind of just respecting that and giving her that space and allowing her to be really, really angry. But she's gonna cope with it in a fantastic way. Next question, central idea. How does Sophie propose to resolve her strong feelings of anger? It says she runs and runs and runs till she couldn't run anymore. Okay, so this is safe for Sophie to do because it looks like her family, like, I think she gets to water eventually, or like trees. Like, she lives like in a forest. So running away is safe for Sophie to do. Unfortunately, not all kids can literally just like run into the forest behind their house and like have some peaceful time alone. But she runs away. Whether or not she knows it, she needs some alone time to chill out, and that's what she's gonna go do. So how does she propose to resolving her strong feelings of anger? She runs away. She's getting some alone time. She's gonna go climb a tree and look at some rocks. That's where we're getting to the theme of nature. So whether she knows it or not, she's got some self-regulation and coping strategies going, which is the healing power of nature for her. All right, next question, character development. How does Sophie cope with being angry? Okay, I think this is important for a little kid to read. The first emotion she feels after she's angry is sad. She cries. Again, recognizing that like emotions are totally fine to have. Humongous emotions are totally fine to have. And it, you know, like, it doesn't matter if it's just because her gorilla was taken from her because her turn was over and then she fell over her truck. She's allowed and entitled to have big emotions, right? We can't tell her that her emotions are wrong or invalid. And she cries. So crying and being sad is often the next step after being angry, because you lost something, right? Anger is usually because we feel something unfair happened to us. And then when something unfair happens, we were sad because it happened, right? We're like, that shouldn't have happened. Okay, so she's in nature. She's doing all these nature things for several pages. Next question, character development. How does Sophie cope with being angry? She goes into nature. She's walking around. She's looking at trees. She's looking at rocks. She feels the wind in her hair. So like a lot of mindfulness strategies going on here. And here she's sitting in a tree looking out at the water. So she is coping with her anger by going out and being with nature and really just taking herself out of that situation, which I think is like a key part of coping with anger, is just like, okay, I'm gonna step completely away until I can take myself out of this box and then like look at the situation from the outside in. So she just removes herself the best way she can so she can just get her head on straight again. Okay, she feels better, she climbs down, she goes home, she's happy. Next question, character relationships. How do other characters make things better or worse for Sophie? Her family makes things better for her because when she gets home, they're just like, oh, Sophie's back, great, dinner's ready, we're playing with a puzzle. They're not, oh, are you okay? Why did you slam the door? Why did you run away? Why are you your sister's turn? It wasn't your turn, right? They're over it. They don't bring it back up. They don't, like, they have allowed her to be angry. She went, she had her space, she made herself feel better, now she's back. And they're not gonna like beat a dead horse. They allowed her her space, she coped with it, she didn't kick anyone, she didn't scream at anyone, she didn't break anything. She dealt with her feelings and now she's back and she's okay. So they didn't make her feel bad about getting angry, which is good. I mean, again, she didn't break anything, she didn't scream at anyone, and she didn't hurt anyone. Like, because you're not allowed to do those things. You can't break things, you can't scream at people, and you can't hurt people. She didn't do those things. She was very angry, but she coped in a way that didn't damage anybody else or anything. And her family allows it, right? So this gets to the theme of unconditional family acceptance. Her family accepts that she was angry. They're not holding it against her. They're not dragging her through the mud because of it. And they have the puzzle. And yeah. So last question, what do we learn through this story? What does Sophie learn through this story? So Sophie has learned that she can get angry and her family is not going to hold it against her. She has learned that she can make a mistake, she can get angry, ugly things can happen. Then she copes with it, she comes back, and her family still loves her. They don't judge her, they don't hold it against her, they don't tease her for it. What do we as the reader learn? We learn that it is okay to have big emotions. We can regulate our big emotions. We can go find a way to cope with them. We can find our own space until we can let it pass. Maybe if you don't have like a beautiful woods in your backyard, it's like listening to music or drawing or reading, or I don't know, taking a nap. Any harmless thing that gets you out of your emotion, like that can get a kid out of those emotions. And then the unconditional family acceptance, that like after you have those big emotions, right, you go back to your family and they love you. They don't hold anything against you. They don't judge you. They just are happy that you're back and that you're okay. And that is When Sophie Gets Angry, Really, Really Angry by Molly Bang.